Remember, positive or negative thoughts can impact your life. Understanding the power of your mind, you have to understand how it affects your existence. What happens to the way you think? The way you think is like planting seeds. Once you plant the seeds, it'll give you fruits. It'll give you grains. It all depends on the seeds that you sow. If you sow seed of negativity, you will definitely get negative thoughts, negative results. Now, if you sow a seed of positivism, your thoughts will create your reality. Your reality is yours. You create the reality and the energy that comes to you. So they say in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And they also say, I think, therefore I am. Listen again. I think, therefore I am. Basically, what you think can affect your life. The things you decide to think about will dictate what comes to you. If you think negative thoughts, you will get negative results. If you think positive thoughts, you will get positive results. Many gurus would tell you you have the power. Buy this book, buy that book. Yes, those books are good. There's a problem. If you are buying all those books, you are not taking action. You are not changing the way you think, the way you were thinking before you bought those courses, before you bought those books. If you don't change your way of thinking, you will not change your life. It's plain and simple. You will not change your life if you don't change the way you think. If you say to yourself, I am the victim in here, well, you will always be the victim because you will approach every situation from a victim perspective. If you think positive thoughts will give you positive results. Let's say you go to look for a job, for example. You wake up one morning, you say, you know what, I need a job. Would you get that job? I will tell you the answer is yes. However, the only way you will get that job if you know you will get the job. If you started your day with the positive thoughts, definitely will get that job. But if you wake up, you say to yourself, man, I don't know if I'm going to get that job, man. There's people, they're not going to give it a job. They're going to see my race. They're going to see everything. That doesn't mean those things do not exist. But you also have the power to change how the other person reacts towards you. If you wake up one morning, you said, oh, man, what a bad night. Then you carry the bad night to the day. Then you wake up, you go to the coffee shop. The barista gives you a bad attitude. Then you move to your office. The clerk gives you a bad attitude. Now you pick up the phone. Your customer is calling and you giving them a bad attitude. Then you went back to say, what happened? The reality is, what happened was you. If you pay attention to the pattern that happened during the day, you affected how your day went. It is not rocket science, hocus pocus. No, it is plain simple. The way you think will dictate how people act with you. If you think in a negative way, people will treat you in a negative way. If you think positive, That doesn't mean you walk around and it let be a pushover, people pushing you in and just in the name of positivity, I'm going to take this. No, that's not what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying to you is you can change that. You can change the way things are. If you decide, like, you know what, life is a positive life for me, you will get positive results. If you wake up, you say, you know what, I'm going to change the way I think. I'm going to read those books, but I'm going to take action. I'm going to take action the way I do things. I'm going to wake up and say, you know what, self, today is the day I change. I'm going to take 1 hour just to have positive thoughts, just to think in positive ways, just to think that everything around me is possible. You will see. You will change your life. It doesn't have to take a whole meditation. Yes, you can meditate. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're meditating, but you're not changing the way you think, then you're wondering, why is it not working? It's because the way you think affects the results you get. For instance, if you want to lose weight and you don't see yourself losing weight, you getting angry. You getting angry at the machine that you were using. You getting angry at the trainer. You getting angry at the food you eat. Then you wonder why your body does not want to lose weight. Because the reason your body doesn't want to lose weight is because you approach it from a negative perspective. What if you wake up, you said, you know what? I'm going to lose 5 pounds. I'm not going to lose 10, 100, just 5. And the 5 pounds that you want to lose, you will lose them. You will lose those pounds. You know how you're going to lose them? By positively affirm that and you name yourself, I have the power to change. I'm going to lose this weight regardless of what it takes. I'm not going to be angry at myself for gaining the weight if I do. I'm not going to be angry at the food that I eat. I'm not going to be angry at the trainer. I'm not going to be angry at the equipment. I'm not going to be angry at those tapes that I purchased or the DVDs or the programs you purchased. I'm not going to be angry at that. Say, self, I'm going to change this. I'm going to change the way I think. I'm going to change the way things come to me. You see, when you decide to change the way you think, life would fold itself to meet you. When you change the way you think, you change the results you get. When you change the way you think, you change how things come to you. Let's say you want to open a business. You said, well, man, I don't want to do this business. It's not going to work for me. Well, if you think it's not going to work, but you still push yourself to get to that business, but you still approach the business from a perspective where it's not going to work, then you wonder why the business didn't work. If you feel like it's not going to work and you want it to work, well, focus on the fact that it is going to work. Don't not focus on the fact that it's not going to work. Whatever you put in your mind, whatever thoughts you have, creates your reality. Your thoughts will create your reality. Your thoughts will tell people about you. If you think that you are no good, of course you're not going to be good. If you think that this person is going to hurt me, that person is going to hurt you. But it's not really because the person hurts you or the person wanted to hurt you. If you approach the situation and say to yourself, self, this person is going to hurt me. Well, your natural protective barriers would kick in. What do you think is going to happen? yourself is going to create protective mechanism to protect you. Then now you are not going to approach the situation from a perspective that that person will not hurt you. You are going to approach it from a negative thought saying that this person is going to hurt me, so I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that person doesn't hurt me. But the problem is, you're not going to do positive things to protect yourself when you think somebody's going to do you wrong. Your body, your energy, your inner being, it's not going to do good things. Your thoughts are like spiritual seeds. Your thoughts are like spiritual seeds. If you sow the spiritual seeds, the universe will receive that spiritual seed and it will shower you with positive thoughts, positive results. It doesn't matter. Because energy is like magnets. Likes attracts likes. Yes, society tells you, well, you know what? Opposites attract, but they tell you likes attract likes. It's the reverse. You have the power. Your thoughts will tell your future. You have the power to change your life. You have the power to create your future. First, you have to do is change the way you think. If you change the way you think, you will change the way things come to you. Doesn't mean that you have to be a super guru. No. You have to be a mere individual. Because the same power it takes to people to be wealthy, the same power it takes for you to be good. The same energy it takes for negative energy is the same energy it takes for positive energy. The only problem is negative energy gives you negative results. Positive energies, positive thoughts gives you positive results. You have the power to change your life. Take action. I know right now, this is a very trying time. The whole world is going through a situation. This is a pandemic time. This is a time where we are all being tested. Our faith in our family, our faith in our government, our faith in our everyday life is being tested. But I tell you this, if you change the way you think, things will be all right. If you change the way you think, the universe will change to meet you. But if you don't want to change the way you think, the universe will go to somebody else. If you don't change the way you think, you would live the same way you've always lived. What would it cost you? It's not going to cost you that much to just change the way you think. Well, you're already hurting anyway, so change the way you think, then you change what comes to you. Give it a try. Give it a try. It's what you got to lose. But you have your whole life to save. You have your whole being to save. Because if you decide to change your life, you have to take action. You have to practice. You have to take action to change your life. No one else can do it for you. Greatness doesn't come to those who wait. Greatness doesn't come to those who sit on the sideline. Even a player who's not playing, a bench player still practice. He keeps his mind and his hopes up, his or her hopes up, because they know that day will come. But positive thinking will dictate how things come to you. Positive thinking is what will make you the great person that you were born to be. Please don't forget, subscribe. See you next week.